We just need to be a little bit less callous with the way, Harold, we talk about doging people. Okay, I want that to sink in.
You're arguing with yourself.
No, I am not guilty of that. I finally found one person I knew that got doged, and it hit me in the heart.
It looks like someone from Jesse Waters' personal life is impacted by the mass firings of federal employees, and all of a sudden, he wants a little bit more of a surgical approach in determining who should be let go. So let's hear a little more of what Waters has to say, and then we'll share our thoughts.
Let me tell you a story about Chris. Chris was a guy I met at a shooting event in New Jersey last year.
Was Chris in the interview? Oh, this is another guy, this is Chris.
He was a 20-year veteran of the US military. He was one of these guys in one of these elite units. Killed a lot of bad guys, put his life on the line. And now he punched out after 20 years and working for the Pentagon. And he's only been there a few months, so he's probationary. And he just found out he's probably gonna get laid off. He's gonna get doged. And he texted me and he said, Jesse, this isn't good. I'm upset. This is really sad. And this guy's not a DEI consultant. This guy's not a climate consultant. This guy is a veteran. So when you're talking about doging people, veterans should get priority.
Well, I think it's important to know that according to Ryan Grimm, about 30% of federal employees are veterans.
Yeah, no, the thing that I love about this is a classic Republican reaction. Let's go get the sons of bitches. Oh, you cut something for me? It affected me? No. Well, of course you shouldn't cut things that affect me. No way. This reminds me of one of the Republican senators said, well, I was against gay marriage, but then I found out my son is gay, so now I'm for it because it affected me.
Oh my God.
Like, well, okay, thank you for telling on yourself, but that is a thing that happens all the time with Republicans.
With everybody. Like, yeah. I'm gonna keep it real, okay? I know people are gonna get mad that I'm giving Jesse Waters a little bit of a pass, but I gotta give him a little bit of a pass because I live in a glass house, okay?
Oh,
I got a little taste of some of the policies that I thought would be good, and I didn't like it.
Oh,
and I changed my mind once I was impacted by them.
Yeah,
so like,
I'm
just to keep it real.
I disagree with you because those are not the policies we supported.
They did a
3-card Monty on us. Like we said, reform cops because they're beating up and killing too many African Americans, minorities, and by the way, overall Americans, right? And they're like, oh yeah, let's turn felonies into misdemeanors. When did anybody ask for that?
No one asked.
No one asked for that, right?
Yes, that's
so it's
true.
a little bit apples and oranges. In this case, though, like it's at least good that he's saying this on TV. Yeah, sure, a lot of people might miss the hypocrisy of it, although I think Howard Ford pointed it out.
I give him credit for saying this.
Yeah,
100%. I mean, I'm sure he got backlash for it because I'm not gonna lie. So far, based on what I'm seeing, there's been like favorability toward Trump, gutting federal agencies. I think he's now starting to go too far. But anytime a conservative speaks out against something Trump is doing, he's gonna be met with backlash, and credit where credit is due. At least Jesse Waters was willing to say what he said on TV.
Yeah, I hear you. Loaded up with hypocrisy. Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Right,
I agree with you on that.
But having said that, the reason that I like it is because it's getting the Fox News audience to go, oh, I see, some of the cuts might be bad. Oh, I didn't know they were cutting veterans. Oh, they're cutting veterans? And so what I want them to understand is, if you're actually cutting waste, fraud, and abuse, you're actually going to be super popular and whether the Democrats complain about it or not, the independents will love it, et cetera. But if you go cut blindly as they're doing now, how do you know if you're cutting fat or bone? You don't, you're just cutting. Oh, there, I took out your thigh, oops.
Yeah,
right?
don't cut the bone. You need the bone.
Yeah, you know. So do an analysis. Is it fat? Is it muscle? Is it bone? Cut the fat, not the rest. But by definition, you're not doing that if you come in and go, I just fired all these people without even looking at who they are.
Exactly. Now look, Jesse Waters actually is not the only high-profile right-winger who has kind of spoken out against what's been happening, asking the Trump administration to basically take a step back and maybe do this in a more methodical way. Senator Lisa Murkowski, a Republican from Alaska, also has concerns and told Axios of her state's many federal workers, quote, "We all want efficiencies. There is a way to do it. And the way these people have been treated has been awful in many cases, awful." Cenk, yesterday, you weren't here, but I covered a story reported in the Washington Post about all of these Republican Congress people who are now going to Trump hat in hand, asking for federal funding that they had before he did the federal funding freeze.
Of course.
Yeah.
But look here, I'll do both sides of that. On the one hand, if you're that Republican congressman, you're like, okay. We want to pretend to do cuts, but don't do cuts for me. Let's just do like wildly political, horrible cuts where we just say, hey, let's punish the other side's voters. Take their money away, but yeah, give me the pork, I want the pork, right? So that's totally unacceptable. But if Trump sticks to his guns, at least even if I think cutting fat and muscle and bone at the same time is dumb, but he doesn't give special exemptions to Republican congresspeople, then I'll say, well, okay, at least it was across the board and he did cut and he didn't discriminate. So, but that jury's out. We don't know. Right now we know the Republicans are going, please be a hypocrite, be a hypocrite. And we'll see if they get their wish.
I'm gonna give you one interesting quote because it was given to Axios anonymously. It's a House Republican. And I think the fact that he or she gave this quote anonymously kind of voids what this person is saying. So let's go to graphic 4. In regard to a constitutional crisis spurred by Donald Trump's administration, he says, "I think you're going to see a clash when they start abolishing agencies, say like USAID, right? We authorize that. That's a creature of Congress. If they try to do something like that, then you're going to get into a constitutional argument or crisis. Even though it's our guy in the White House, if there's a lot of executive overreach, we want to protect the institution of Congress." Do you? Do you? I'm not buying it at all.
Yeah.
He might feel that maybe they're going to fight back against the Trump administration. I don't believe a single Republican will actually do that.
No, Anna, he says that they might fight back anonymously.
Yeah.
Oh, right, he didn't give his name
effective.
because he's incredibly afraid of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, we might. Okay, what's your name? Oh, I don't want to tell you, I don't, what if Donald Trump attacks me? You're not gonna fight back.
Yeah, come on.
So just stop pretending.
Come on.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. We also love it if you hit the join button below because that makes you a member, and members allow us to be independent, honest. We can be as progressive as we want, no corporate media influence, and that's all because of you guys. We love doing the show with our members. Hit the join button, become one of the Young Turks.